Many of these teams are just packed with exciting young players, but both these teams still refining their squad.
Kevin, these could be the teams of tomorrow. They just need some more polish and experience, and that's something you can only get with hard work and time.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Russell in at the 1.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Edwards drives in. That one goes in.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Now, here's Bain. Morant with a wide open look. And it's good, assisting on the play with Brooks.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Minnesota. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Coach Taylor Jenkins gave me a few minutes to catch up. Defensively, he wants his guys to protect the rim and do everything they can to push the offense out to the perimeter. He told me if we can do that, I feel good about our chances. Now, guys, obviously that's a tall order, but he's trying to get his guys to get geeked for the challenge.
Thank you, David. Just 5 to shoot. Payne for 3. And no good. And Minnesota now the other way. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Edwards against Brooks. And Adams sends it back.
That's the length of Adams, but also the good instincts defensively.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Now, here is Russell. Jacks up a 3.
With long arms and great footwork, John Morant is a constant threat to your shot.
Payne for 3. And he's good on the 3 ball.
And you can see that backcourt just setting the tone for the entire team.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And finished off by Gobert.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
We saw glimpses of John Morant's potential in his first 2 seasons in the league. But year 3, both Ja and Memphis took it to another level.
Now here's Morant. Outside for Jackson. Shoots over Towns. Adams trying to free himself up. Jackson misses. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. For the 3. And they'll get another chance. Towns is doubled. The Timberwolves working the ball around them. Gobert. And too much time in the way, and they get called for the 3-second violation. Russell against Morant. And a lot of contact on that one, so folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Most game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the official
The previous play is under review.
constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay,
The ruling on the floor stands.
fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it, the double checking, and the game continues on.
How can you not love a player like Ja Morant? Came into the NBA ready to prove himself and just keeps getting better.
Now, here is Russell. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. 1:49 left in the first quarter. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Russell. Edwards against Spain. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That is his first foul of the game.
First team.
1:35 left to play in the first. The jump hook. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Jackson tries in, and the dunk by Jackson.
Great handles for his size. Jackson's a near 7-footer who can take you off the dribble in either direction.
Now, here is Russell. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And the Timberwolves call time. Timberwolves trail by 7. Russell looking around. And there's the drive. Shot clock at 6. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
You can't let Edwards get in the lane. Outstanding at using that burst of speed on the drive.
Russell against Morant. Pass to Jackson. Back to Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Trying to think of someone who gets off the ground quicker than Morant. It's an exclusive list, I'll tell you.
Brooks with no one around. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
This has been a beatdown right here, possibly over before it began.
Russell finds McDaniel. And D'Angelo Russell, good for 3.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
And you know he was going to try to respond. Those threes canceled each other out perfectly.
And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Grizzlies leading by 7. We'll get things. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
What they've done is they've looked to push the pace and transition early, and it's paid dividends with their fast break points.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end.
In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Brooks in at the 3 set. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Russell with the bucket.
Hitting three-pointers, so important in today's NBA. Good thing Russell's got the range and confidence to do so.
Here's Morant. Jackson has the open look. Good, and a nice assist for Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one. You know, Greg, we know to win at the highest level, you need your star players to show up in the big game. With that in mind, what's the key?
You know, it's their will and their ability to fight. If you look at the great ones, even when things haven't gone their way, they continue to scratch and claw and do everything in their power to try and get the W.
On the boards, Gobert is unstoppable, easily winning himself a second chance look.
Jackson against Towns. Brooks kicks to Bain. Now, here's Morant with 3. It's rebounded by Towns.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. It's stolen by Gobert. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Towns with the ball. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Can't get it to fall.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
And part of the Grizzlies' breakout 21-22 campaign, the emergence of Jaren Jackson Jr.
Triple J, GA, missed most of the 2021 season with a knee injury he sustained in the bubble. When he was back at 100% for the Grizz, he provided serious rim protection, plus the ability to hit a three.
Sinks the three-pointer. Jackson's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Memphis.
This is a big part of Jackson's game. It isn't the best-looking shot, but it's deadly.
Payne for three. Out to Morant. There's the three. Hands it from downtown. And it's an 11-point Grizzly lead.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused, and they've executed.
For three, Edwards drills it from outside. Edwards got 7 points.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Payne looking around. There's the pass to Jackson. There's the dish to Brooks. Payne passes to Brooks. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Tom. Payne for three. And they recover it. Adams finds Jackson. Morant against Gobert. On the wing, Payne. From deep. Minnesota with the rebound.
In this first half, he is really falling in love with the three. So far, not paying dividends.
Towns down low. Guarded by Payne. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Morant kicks to Payne. Morant outside. Left side Adams. On the wing Jackson. Back to Adams. Morant outside. Takes the three. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. 36 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. It's Brooks on the wing. 5 on the clock. Pass to Payne.
And good defense from Towns. He's a big-time shot blocker, and that reputation can scare you.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Outside Edwards. Gobert against Adams. Gobert the pass to Towns. And so it's Memphis. They lead it.
The Timberwolves, 17.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
What can you say? Shooting is a premium in this league, and you can see why.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, riding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the point guard position. Pass to Brooks. Out to Morant. Jackson from long range. And it's McDaniels with the rebound.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Brooks from outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Brooks has got the lead up to 14 now for the Grizzlies. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting 39% from the floor, at their best. Outside, Edwards. Oh, drew the foul. Almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot three.
And this is Edwards' game. When he's aggressive and trying to score, it puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And he nails the third. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. Jones with it. Kicks it to Green. Over to the left wing. Conchar, the pass to Aldama. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The three. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Russell. It's Edwards on the wing. Misses the three. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Now here's Green. Guarded closer. Jones kicks to Green. Aldama passes to Green. Here's the three. No good that time. And Minnesota now the other way. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
Here's Aldama. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. He kicks it to Jones. The pass to Aldama. On the wing, Green. McDaniels defending. Jones, that's for 2. That one off the back iron and out.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Edwards with another miss. And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Here's Conchar. The Grizzlies with another miss. Timberwolves have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker for the break. On the wing, Green. McDaniels defending. We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter. Jones, that's for 2. Aldama passes to Tillman. Here's Conchar. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Timberwolves trail by 10. Edwards drives in. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Edwards got 6 here in this quarter. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've led by as many as 14 points. Stolen by McDaniels. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Minnesota working with a new shot clock. McDaniels kicks to Gobert. Outside, Towns. Three-pointer. No good. Shot missing. And it's Memphis the other way. Here's Aldama. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Green dishes to Jones. And another miss by Memphis. Timberwolves trail by 8. McDaniels finds Edwards. Fires from deep. Green with the block.
Good shot blocker for his size. Danny showing great timing right there.
Deep 2 from Russell. Here's Gobert. Goes up again. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the wide open shot from Green. It's good from long range. And the Grizzlies lead by 11.
As a defender, you want to force Danny Green to put the ball on the floor. Can't let him catch and shoot.
Bounce pass, Russell. For 3, Edwards. Tries again, and it goes down 2 points. Gobert's got 6.
A much more physical player now than when he first entered the league. Gobert powering it home.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies in control with a 9-point lead to end the fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. the Grizzlies leading by 9. We've got Tyus Jones. Williams is out there with Clark. Then it's Green. And it's Conchar into the shooting guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Back to Williams. Outside, Jones. Just 4 to shoot. That one a little long.
It's a shot you would think he would make, but he just doesn't make it all the time.
Offensive rebound. The kick out to Towns. Launches it. Gobert trying to get open. It doesn't go for him. And it's Memphis the other way. Back to Green. Memphis moving it around. Conchar, the pass to Williams. From past the arc. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 9. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Outside Williams. Outside Green. Pass to Conchar. And it's Clark in the corner. Here's the triple. And another miss by Memphis. For Minnesota, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Gobert with it. Guarded now by Clark. And Gobert kicks to McDaniel. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
You have to give credit to the defense that's protecting the rim. Closing out hard. This one's been a grind.
Substitution on the court.
Tries to keep it alive. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will take position here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Back to Brooks. Jackson, that's a two-pointer. And another miss by Memphis. Timberwolves trail by 7. And here's Edwards from the arc. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Memphis has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Inside. Here's Towns. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And nice intensity from Towns in the paint. Doesn't back off and takes that shot while being fouled. Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot? And lost his touch right there. Didn't see that coming. Usually, when he's hot, he stays hot.
Brooks kicks to Jackson. Wants to get it to Morant and does. Out to Brooks. And a wide open look for Payne. And it's good. Assisting on the play with Brooks. And the Grizzlies lead by 10.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Morant, that's for 2. Payne for 3. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Russell with it. He's picked up by Brooks. McDaniels dishes to Gobert. And the shot goes in. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 13 rebounds. Morant outside. Jackson finds Payne. This one for 3. Sinks the triple.
I like that find by Jackson. Young bigs who can see the whole floor. You don't come across them that often.
Edwards passes to McDaniels. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. 1:15 left in the fourth. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And Adams sends it back.
and it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Memphis.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for John Morant.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around.
That free throw, no good.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on two things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement. And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
And oh, here we go. Brooks got it, the fast break chance. Towns with the steal. Russell with it. Now defended by Adams. That's good from Edwards on the assist by Russell.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
And it's Brooks in the corner. Passes it to Morant. Outside, Bain. Brooks kicks to Bain. Pass to Jackson. And it's Brooks in the corner. It's stolen by Gobert. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big...
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge.
For joining us here on 2K. Endorsement playing in the same conference. The rivalry is real. These teams in particular have bumped heads for years.
Well, rivalries are built when something is at stake, and when you look at the entire history of this matchup, the peaks and valleys for each club, there's a little bit of distaste, which always makes for interesting viewing.
So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard, the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. That free throw no good. Last year, the Clippers finishing 8th in the West. However, they missed the playoffs, Doris.
Right, B.A., but keep in mind, they didn't have Kawhi for the entire season. No Paul George for most of the season. In fact, I thought Ty Lue did an incredible coaching job getting that team to the 8th spot. They just went on to lose 2 tough games in the play-in tournament.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Wow. Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Oh, the swat by Adams.
Length and strength and intimidation. Steven Adams sends it back.
Hey, no good. The Clippers have gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. Jackson against Leonard. Pass to George. And stolen by Bain. Morant, the pass to Jackson. Now Bain. George defending. From deep. And the Clippers miss again.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
The 3 from Bain. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, Steven Adams could care less about scoring. In fact, you get the sense he takes more pleasure from passing than scoring.
George passes to Zubac. That one's good for 2.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly high on everyone's list.
Now here's George. Back to Jackson from behind the arc. Offensive rebound. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
And there's the call on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. We know how dominant George can be on both ends of the floor, Doris.
Well, consider he's a great scorer, a 3-level scorer, and then he's able to guard perimeter and post players. That combination of size, length, athleticism, he continues to be a major threat in this league.
5 to shoot. Here's Bain. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easy.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work. There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Morant against Jackson. Brooks outside. Jackson left side. Outside Morant. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on even to Zubac.
What determination from Morant in the paint, getting his shot off despite being fouled.
And Morant drops them both. Here's George. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Morris. Kicks it to George. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
Paul George playing through the contact right there. You like somebody who's willing to navigate traffic.
Up top, Morant, defended by Jackson. Goes up from the block. It's good. Off the glass. Morant's got 9 points.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
It's George on the wing. And stolen by Bain. Brooks with it. And it's Leonard picking him up. Pass to Morant. Brooks, the pass to Bain. Jackson on the wing. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Now here's George. Drives to the hoop. Unable to get that one.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Here's Adams. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Memphis.
The way they just continue to drive right at the defense, they've really been overwhelming them when they do this.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bain and Brooks out on the wing, and it's Morant in at the one. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. And you can tell how much these fans here in Memphis love their Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, BA, ever since they moved here in 2001, these fans have been so loyal. And the players will also enjoy playing here. Memphis is a fun-loving city with great barbecue and a lot of character.
Bain against Leonard. Up top, George. Up and over Brooks. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Back to Bain. Got it. Bain's got 9.
Adding to his game over time. When Jackson spots his open teammates like this, the offense runs much smoother.
Jackson, pass to Morris. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Here's Morant. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Grant, we always talk about great footwork for post players, but how about perimeter players?
You know, I'm glad you brought that up, BA. Great perimeter players have elite footwork. The footwork helps to create the opportunity to score, whether that's shooting a 3 off the dribble or even in the post-up. Great, elite, fantastic, iconic guards who could do it all have superior footwork. Believe that.
19-footer. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, there's a comfortability for Kawhi Leonard in the mid-range. Boy, he can catch his rhythm right there.
And then Morant with the dunk. You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
The Clippers have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Jackson, pass to Morris. It's George on the wing. Out to Leonard. Morris outside. Pass to George. This one for 3. And that comes off the assist by Morris. George has gotten his second bucket.
Well, the footwork to get into the catch-and-shoot game, the mechanics of Paul George are special.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, with the yearly roster moves, it might be hard for the casual fan to keep track. But Commissioner Silver said it's a necessary side effect. He said, quote, "We tried to tie performance to pay in a closer way, and I think that's what you see with shorter contracts. Brian, more player movement has been the result."
Yeah, good point, Allie. Thanks. Here's George. The Grizzlies making their last shot. Out to Leonard. 4 on the clock. Up and over Brooks. The rebound by Jackson. For Memphis, they've gotten off to a perfect 4 for 4 start of the second.
It has to be interesting when you're bringing the ball up the court and Kawhi Leonard is the guy coming to meet you. This guy is the embodiment of an elite defender.
Now here's Zubac. 6 points for him. Leonard finds Jackson. Morris for 3. No luck on that one. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Leonard really has shown very few cracks in his defensive game over the years, Doris.
BA, I think it's a combination of things. Certainly the physical attributes. He's really long. He's got unbelievable lateral quickness. His defensive instincts and IQ are just off the charts. This guy is as disruptive a defensive force as we have seen.
Now here's Morant. He's got 15. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
Jackson, the pass to Zubac. George drives in. Morris on the wing, guarded by Bain. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. George, no good.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Outside for Morant. Pass to Jackson. And here's Bain. Now Morant. Here he goes. Hangs in the air. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Morris passes to George. Here's Leonard. Pulls up on the wing, and the basket is good. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
As good a scorer as he is, we know that Paul George is not a ball stopper. Excellent decision right there.
From deep, Morant sinks the tray.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. Defense is setting the tone. More 2K action in just a moment. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
His penetration was a real problem for them. And then, of course, the monster finishes at the cup.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, Wall and Powell are the backcourt duo. Terrence Mann is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Batum in at the 5, roaming the paint. And the Grizzlies call time here. Memphis going with an almost entire new group here. Clark is checked in for Jackson. Green comes in for Brooks. Conchar, he's checked in for Desmond Bain. And it's Jones in for Adams. Clark, the pass to Green. On the wing, Conchar. Powell covers. Back to Conchar. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
And for the Clippers, they're shooting right at 35%, not getting what they want out there. Out to Covington, lets it go from deep, knocks down the triple.
Robert Covington has put in the time to make himself a long-distance threat.
Jones against Wall. Jones, the pass to Clark. Here's Conchar. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Jones against Wall. Batum outside. The 3 is up. Man, the basket's good with the assist from Wall.
Nick Batum does pre-shot preparation, so on the catch he is ready to rise and fire.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. To Conchar. The kick out to Williams. Shot clock at 5. Connects from downtown. And the Grizzlies lead by 11.
Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
Batum with it. Now here's Covington. Clark covers. Covington passes to Batum. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
He forced that one. Not a productive trip up the floor.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
Back to Conchar. Lets it go from the wing. Can't get it to drop.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot. Well, a late second-round pick in 2019 out of Florida State. Terrence Mann has proven to be a steal, and he's going to be in this league for a long, long time.
Here's Mann. Green covering. It's Powell. High post. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. And for Mann, proving he belongs, earned him a 2-year, $22 million contract extension.
And B.A., I love his game. An efficient scorer and good decision maker who doesn't try to do too much. He just makes it easy for coach to trust him with bigger minutes.
A line change here for Memphis. Man misses. Memphis has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. On the wing, Bain. Pass to Aldama. Wall covering. The 3 from Bain. Gets the 3 ball to go. Bain's got 12 points.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Here's Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
Such a dynamic presence at the lead guard position. John Wall emphatically puts up a couple of points.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Launches it. No good there. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Left side, Covington. The kick out to Wall. Pass to Man. Oh, stolen by Morant. Bain finds Morant. 1:05 left in the third quarter here. Bain with it. Checked by Wall. And here's Morant outside. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Here's Man. Pass to Covington. Here's Aldama. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. The shot's good.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Work in close, find a way to score.
Wall against Morant on the wing man. Now here's Covington. The 3. Ja Morant grabs a miss. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Out to the wing. 3-pointer. Powell pulls it in. To the middle. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Wow, pretty pass from Powell. This guy has great instincts as a scorer. That time sets up his teammate.
The 3 from Bain. And they recover it. And so it's Memphis going into the break up 12. They're getting And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Ooh, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. John Conchar is out there with Tyus Jones. Then there's Danny Green. Then it's Xavier Tillman. And it's Aldama in at the 4 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. On the wing, Green. From outside the arc. Knocks it down from distance. And the Grizzlies lead by 15.
Well, this guy is a lethal distance shooter. Danny Green lights out.
Here's Man. Pass to Batum. Here's the 3. Here's Man. Conchar pulls it in. Jones against Powell. Back to Jones. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Have to show more effort defensively. Everyone knows he can do that from deep.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Wall, the pass to Powell. Here's Man. Outside Wall. Over Jones. And again, it's Clippers missing.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Wall attacking. And the big finish by Wall.
That is is what we mean by the fast twitch athlete. John Wall explodes to the rack.
Outside for Green. It's stolen. It's Powell on the wing. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Well, when you consider if you're trying to guard Norman Powell, the first thing you have to worry about that quick first step. And he uses that first step with a combination of aggression and acceleration. And boy, he can get by you in a hurry.
And you talk about Powell's athleticism. Doris, he is fearless on his drives to the bucket.
I don't want to meet him at the cup, BA, because he could put you on a poster fast. And on the other end of the floor, he's got the wingspan and athleticism to make any assignment something he is capable of handling.
Shot clock at 6. The three is up. Batum pulls it in. The Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Wall, the pass to Covington. Deflected! Outside, Green. On the wing, Conchar. Jones in the post. On the wing, Conchar. Plenty of space. Good on the bucket. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Well, you have to like what you've seen from them defensively. They've done well contesting shots and have managed to come away with some blocks, too.
What about the defensive intensity they've had in this one? Jumping passing lanes, poking the ball away, just doing a great job creating chaos.
The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. Green for 3. It's rebounded by Zubats. Zubats has got 4 rebounds in the game. Leonard can't get it to go. Memphis has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Grizzlies.
What would you say the deciding factor in this game was, Grant?
Yeah, BA, ultimately you have to look at their field goal percentage. They were the more efficient team because they found clean looks all night.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Ja Morant.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
Jones in the post. George defending. Here's Aldama. Three-pointer off the mark. Morris, left side. Another shot. And he takes it up and lays it in.
Well, at a healthy 235, Marcus Morris is pretty good at throwing his weight around, especially on the glass.
Pass to Aldama. Outside, Green. On the wing, Conchar. George with a steal. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Terrific activity from Paul George. Sticks his long arms in and mucks up the passing lanes.
And we're going to have a jump ball. And a deep three from Leonard. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end. But right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Ooh, Morris with a steal. And so it's Memphis winning this one. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition. A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
Here are the five for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at point guard. Now Zubac after the missed three from Kyle Anderson. Leonard on the wing. And stolen by Russell. Here's McDaniels. They grab their own miss. Anderson. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And here's Morris for three. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you got to love that energy.
Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep here.
Well, part of the lean years in Los Angeles, I was there, unfortunately. It's incredible to see that this franchise has become a better winning percentage team than the Lakers in the past decade.
And look at the big man getting up. When Gobert takes flight, well, you are in for a show.
George passes to Morris. Outside Leonard. Launches a three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And Brent, that Clippers turnaround. Did you see that coming?
I mean, not in this way, Kevin. Certainly, it's been a lot of outside factors that have gotten the Clippers to this point. But with the ownership and the enthusiasm behind what the owner brings to the table and wanting to make this team viable, they're in position to make some great noise if they find their health. So healthy for the league to have two teams in L.A. that can be this good.
Now, here is Morris. Clippers moving the ball around. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. For Minnesota, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Russell kicks to Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
Ball against Russell. Ball passes to George. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Outside Edwards. Morris with the rebound.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Leonard with the ball. Now defended by Gobert. Los Angeles with another miss.
And I thought that was going to fly. It looked good from here. And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Count that one.
And how about the play by Gobert there in the paint? Not afraid to get physical on his way to the basket.
So timeout called here. The first for Los Angeles.
All right, guys.
Here is Wall. There's 1:54 left to play here in the first. Takes it out to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Back to George. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Timberwolves leading by 6. Right side Russell. To Gobert. Paul George with the steal. Russell against Wall. Here's Morris. Good D by Anderson.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid straight up and in.
It's hauled in by George.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
Now here's Leonard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
Now, here is Russell. Following the miss by John Wall. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
All with it, now defended by Gobert, and the dunk by Zubac.
The vision and understanding Wall has in pick-and-roll situations is second to none. So many of his teammates have become better shooters because of Wall's perfect passes out of that set.
The shot's good.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. The kick out to Anderson. Back to Edwards. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on John Wall.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on two things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
And here's George. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 4 seconds left, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
The length and the athleticism combination of Paul George is very hard to guard.
So 1 for 2 that time at the strike. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Timberwolves lead by 4. From Target Center, back in a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Fighting in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Gobert is out there with Anderson, and it's Russell in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
More and more, it should just sink in that Paul George is one of the most accurate three-point shooters in the league.
And here's Russell after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Here's Gobert out to Russell. Timberwolves passing it around. Shot clock at 5. Out to McDaniel. 3-pointers off the mark. The Clippers trail. George looking around. Back to Wall. Leonard on the wing. The 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the wing right side. Anderson finds Edwards. Now here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Wall against Russell. Leonard dishes the Wall. And there's the pass to Zubac. He can't hit that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. And Anderson kicks to Edwards. Back to Anderson. Nifty move. And he sinks the layup. And it's a 5-point Minnesota lead. Brent, as we all know, you were a former slam dunk contest champion. So with that in mind, what was your take on the 2022 contest?
Well, I think there was some great dunkers out there, Kevin, and every year it's like that. I know from year to year it takes a lot of criticism, the contest, and certainly there are years that are better than others, but the skill of those guys on the floor for them to go out and put on an exhibition, always appreciated as a fan.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Zubac the pass to Leonard. The kick out to Wall. Los Angeles with another miss.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but they give it to him again. I bet 3 points are coming.
And right now they're just focused on putting together good possession.
Yeah, that's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Here's George following the bucket by the Timberwolves.
And when you look at Paul George, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
In exchange for 2 future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And then that massive trade to L.A., the Thunder got SGA, a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on.
Edwards inside, defended by George. And Edwards with the stop.
Agile move off the contact by Edwards, getting to his shot despite the difficult defense.
George against Edwards. Pass to Leonard. 6 to shoot. There's 1:26 left in the second quarter. The shot will not fall. Russell passes to McDaniels. He kicks it to Anderson. It's Edwards on the wing. Gobert in the corner. Wall against Russell. Passes to McDaniels. From downtown. Not going to go that time. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Leonard inside. Working on McDaniels. Outside for George. 5 to shoot.
And as a defender, Edwards' speed and agility make him tough to shake. No easy shots with him on you. Nice work to get it inside and drop contact.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And taking a look back at his performance at the line a year ago, rock solid 79%.
2 shots.
And he can't hit the second. Clippers trail by 7 and stolen by Russell. Shot from the wing. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. McDaniels got his first bucket in this one.
The defense better make sure they're sticking to all 4 other players, or else D'Angelo's going to find the open man.
George against Edwards. And here's Morris for 3. He can't get that one. So it's the Minnesota Timberwolves in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go. Regulation. Rudy Gobert has been sensational.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot. So right now he's feasting.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who SuperLu's going with. Wall and Powell are the guard set. Robert Covington out there with Batum, and it's man in at the small forward. Here's McLaughlin to the left side wing. Noel passes to Moore. Clock at 4. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Moore's got the lead up to 9 now for the Timberwolves. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Here's Wall. Reed with the rebound.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Reggie Jackson's check in for Los Angeles. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Noel.
Great work from Reggie. The coaching staff really loves it when he hustles like that on defense.
Powell finds Covington. Jackson in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. Timberwolves leading by 9.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play. They got there first.
So it's Covington who brings up the ball for Los Angeles. Pass to man. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
That's unblockable unless they can get a bigger man on him. Got to learn your lessons.
The Clippers have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. The Timberwolves shooting well, 50% from the floor. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Defended by Covington. The pass to Noel. Just 5 on the clock. No problems knocking that one down. Clippers trail by 9. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Kicks it out to Covington. Pass to man. The Clippers need to get off a shot from deep 3-point range. Covington's shot is off. Timberwolves leading by 9. Noel passes to Moore. Passes it to Reed. Boom, he jams it straight down.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Jackson drives in. Here's Powell. Reed with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Off target from outside. Clippers trail by 11.
An efficient score. Norman Powell can fill it up when given the opportunity.
He does score from anywhere on the floor, but it's defensive versatility that I think really helps him because he can match up with smaller guards. He can get underneath bigger wings, and that defense really allows him to stay on the floor to complement the other offensive players that are producing.
There's 1:17 left to play in the third. Good. That one on target from Noel.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Down low. Here's Moore. Goes back up. Pass to McLaughlin. Here's Noel. 6 on the shot clock. No good from outside. Although they're down big right now, Greg, still plenty of time left in this one.
At this point, they got to take it one possession at a time. Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
McLaughlin, the pass to Noel. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And the dunk by Covington.
It felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
Timberwolves leading by 11. Here's McLaughlin. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Reed. Banked in off the glass.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, our man is going for the jugular.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their defense has been and a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle. You can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Anderson is out there with McDaniels. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the Timberwolves 5. All taking his time here. And here's George for 3. No good on that one. And Minnesota will come the other way. To the paint. Outside Edwards. It's hauled in by Zubats.
He lacks defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
And Morris throws it down.
And how about the read from John Wall? He knows the angles, sees the opportunity, and makes the right feed.
Morris against Anderson. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That'll be his second foul of the game. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Russell with the bucket.
Again, Russell able to dance behind the screen, and once he's able to set you up like that, it's over.
It's George on the wing. Edwards defending. Anderson with the double team. Back to George. All alone. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
He loved to make him pay for giving up that wide open jumper. Just unable to do so.
Here's McDaniels. Good on the triple. And the Timberwolves lead by 18.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, height and length at that position from Paul George, that's problematic for a defender. He used his size to draw the foul that time.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Minnesota?
they've shown no let-up. Penetration, knife it inside. The defense has to tighten it up if they want to slow this team down.
You want to talk about ball distribution. They've been dominating that aspect of the game. I think there's a bunch of bankers out there. They're dropping dime after dime.
Clippers trail by 16. A 3-ball. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert has got 13 rebounds in the game. Conceded. Edwards can't hit.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The kick out to Wall. Outside Leonard fires the 3. And the Clippers miss again. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Broke loose. Leonard with the steal. George finds Wall. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Russell with a wide open look. Hits it from 3-point range. Russell's got 5 points now this quarter.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Near the 3-point line, it's Edwards. Anderson wide open, and another 3 for Minnesota.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the 3-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Here's George. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Minnesota.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Rudy Gobert.
Just a force on the glass, did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound. He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Russell, no luck.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Near the 3-point line, it's Edwards, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Leonard finds Wall. George against Russell. Zubac trying to break loose. The shot by George, no good. A 3 from Anderson. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Pace game today, it seems. These teams like to get out on the break and run as much as possible, Grant.
Hey, BA, get your popcorn. There'll be a lot of speed out there, almost a track meet. Believe that. Yeah, you see each side has a great deal of speed. Both teams will be looking to play to their strength and get easy buckets in transition.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Moran. Outside Bain. Three-pointer. Hits a three-pointer.
We've watched Moran get so good at this. Instinctively spots the opening and feeds a really good shooter.
Outside Russell. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Memphis with the ball. Bain finds Jackson. Morant with it. Outside for Brooks. Back to Morant. Pass to Bain. Wing shot on the way. Buries the jump shot. Bain's got 5 now.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using it. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Russell to pass to McDaniels. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Boy, the former second overall pick has really worked on his passing. That was an outstanding find by Russell. You know, when D'Angelo Russell came into the league, he was really primarily seen as a point guard, and that's what I like most about him, his vision and his passing ability. But he's actually changed that image and impression over time.
The evolution of D'Lo has been interesting to watch, Clark. I like how he's been willing to play whatever position asked of him.
Yeah, B.A., I like that too. And he said it before himself that he prefers playing shooting guard. But I tell you what, he also looks very comfortable running the offense too. You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Among the best passers in the league, Morant finds open teammates.
Morant against Russell. Pass to Edwards. Tipped away and stolen by Morant. And now the Grizzlies on the run. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 5 here in the first.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity, and he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
Morant against Russell. Outside Bain. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
Towns for 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. Brooks outside. Bain pass to Adams. Now Jackson. Pass to Morant. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Bain, guarded by Edwards. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Minnesota's gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Russell against Morant. Back to Russell. Outside McDaniels. Oh, stolen by Morant. Jackson against Edwards. The 3 from Bain. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Bain's got 8 points.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Outside for Russell. And here's Edwards outside. Drills it from deep.
You know, Edwards is still tweaking his three-point shot, but it sure looked good there.
Memphis leading. There's 48 seconds left in the first. Shot is up. And there are the Grizzlies with another bucket.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possession.
Russell, that's good.
Russell does a good job taking whatever the defense avails. He doesn't need to look for other options. He's got a good look.
With the step back. Jackson on the wing. Back to Morant. For 3. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Gobert. It's good on the putback.
Just an aggressive move by Gobert, protecting the possession and getting the second chance look.
He got it off in time. And so it's Memphis closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Memphis has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. In 2013, Steven Adams was selected 12th overall by OKC, the first rounder born in New Zealand.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, Adams is blazing a new trail. An example for kids in his home island of New Zealand. You, too, can become an NBA player.
Now here's Towns. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Outside Morant. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Outside Russell. Outside McDaniels. Back to Russell. Just 5 to shoot from deep three-point range. The second effort. Gobert, no good.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Outside Bain. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Takes the 3. Sinks it from distance. Bain's got 11.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
McDaniels inside. Brooks defending. The shot by Russell, no good.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these 3. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession. From deep, Bain. Pure from three-point range. He's got 14. Last season, we saw a lot of teams bring a renewed focus to their defensive efforts. Clark, you think it paid off?
I think it did. I mean, scoring was down across the league, B.A., so that clearly indicates defense took a step forward. And, you know, great defense for championship teams has always been central and key. So I don't think it's an exception. I think that's the rule now. Defense wins.
Minnesota's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Russell, that's good.
Guys, that was really nice work mixing in this shot. When Russell is squared up and shooting with confidence, which is most of the time, he can bury it.
Pass to Bain. Back to Morant. And here's Brooks. Up top, Bain. The shot. And there are the Grizzlies with another bucket.
Scoring the ball, he has been lethal and efficient. Wow.
Edwards for 3. Grizzlies with the rebound.
Something you can't put a price tag on, the Minnesota Timberwolves gained last season. Playoff experience, young guys getting accustomed to the crucible of postseason play. Extremely valuable.
They grab their own miss. Adams finds Jackson. The 3 from Bain. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting just around 32% from the field. So, Clark, would you say playoff experience also raises your regular season play?
I don't think there's any question about it, B.A. I never had a chance in my short career to play in the playoffs, but I covered a bunch of them as a broadcaster. There's a different electricity. There's a different intensity. There's a different feel in the locker room. You learn not to back down. You learn to work through adversity, and you learn to play under pressure.
Now here's McDaniels. Back to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And this is why Gobert shoots a high percentage, because he looks to finish with strength inside.
Fires from deep. Morant, no good.
Not himself in range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
And here's Edwards outside. No good. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Outside Morant. Brooks from outside. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Gobert passes to McDaniels. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits. Desmond Bane getting it done for the Grizzlies. Helping them space the floor for the
17. The Grizzlies, 20. And get ready for the Jabberwocky.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Well, you got to like what we're seeing from Desmond Bane.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
The Grizzlies shooting the ball at 46% from the floor. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Taylor Jenkins. They've got John Conchar. Also Tyus Jones out there. Brandon Clark out there with Danny Green. And it's Williams in at the 4.
When you take a look at the former second-round pick, Danny Green, he's done a really nice job carving out a lengthy career in the league.
It's a one-on-one situation. And Williams punches it home.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And the Timberwolves call time here. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting an unimpressive 30% in this game so far. And for years, Green has proven he can be counted on. He's a key piece on some title teams.
Yeah, he's got multiple championship rings to vouch for that, to speak to that. I mean, he's the definition of a 3-and-D swingman. Actually may have been one of the guys that were looked at in creating that definition if you go back several years. He's provided lockdown defense wherever he's been and timely shot making, too.
And he nails the third.
So I like the fact that Prince does a good job picking his spots. He's not a guy that forces things. Kind of lets the game come to him naturally.
And the ball out of play. Timberwolves will have it. Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Prince. Launches a 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Right side Green. Releases from the wing and drills it.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Here's McLaughlin. Boy, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. The 3. They get it back. Here's Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Jones misses.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there? You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
That's tipped. Clock at 6. And so the ball out of bounds. Jones touched it last. The Timberwolves trail. Here's McLaughlin. Anderson with it. Guarded now by Williams. Shot on the wing. Anderson can't get it to go. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass to Conchar. Fires the 3. Reed with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Noel. Offensive rebound. Timberwolves. Here's McLaughlin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the shot no good. A bit short. Williams passes to Green. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Noel. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. The Grizzlies shooting at a decent clip. 45% for the game. Back to Conchar. Outside, Williams. 4-3. Goes up again. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. And the free throw, no good. And Minnesota calls time here. You know, Naz Reid initially went undrafted in 2019.
Hey, BA, that happens to plenty of talented guys. The NBA is a hard league, and a lot of good players have to sometimes go through things to make it. Luckily, systems like the G League give players like Naz Reid an opportunity to grow and go there. So you keep growing like Reid did, and eventually you might find yourself in the NBA.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. Pass to Edwards. Beyond the arc. Second chance effort. Here's Gobert. Lays it up and banks it in. Gobert's got 8.
And for Gobert, his offense continues to catch up with the elite defense. He's becoming a legitimate two-way threat.
Here's Conchar. Williams on the wing. Pass to Jones. Now Williams. Covered by Towns. Here's Conchar. Off the mark there with a 3.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Russell to pass to McDaniels. It's stolen by Green. By himself. And he lays it in off the breakaway. Green's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, Danny Green, really a savvy defender. Turned him over that time to start the break.
McDaniels can't hit.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And it's Green missing. Minnesota shooting a less than average 27% in the third quarter. Outside Russell and stolen by Clark.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Trailing by 10 from deep. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
The attention to detail on defense.
And it gets it. Wow.
Whoa. The heave to beat the buzzer.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Grizzlies out in front. They lead by 13. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Morant against Russell. Morant, the pass to Jackson. Just 4 to shoot. Lets it fly from 18. That one a little long.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it. But they don't want to chance that again.
Out of bounds, it'll be Memphis' ball. And the Grizzlies with possession here. This is the most they've led, 13 points. Morant finds Bane. Back to Morant. Bane with it. From the arc. McDaniels with the rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
To the left wing. Pass to Russell. There's the triple. The Grizzlies pull it in. Jackson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Down low. Edwards with it. Checked by Brooks. Here's McDaniels. The shake. Oh, the swat by Adams.
Oh, a fantastic defender. Adams embraces his role on this team as their defensive anchor.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Three-pointer, Brooks. The offensive rebound. Back to Jackson. From deep three-point range. The shot, no good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. McDaniels from long range. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball. The Grizzlies have got none of their shots to go in this final quarter. 0 for 4. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Morant. Outside Bain. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. Bain's got 21.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle, to say the least, brother. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally.
Morant drawing the double team. And stolen by Gobert. Left side, McDaniels. Outside for Russell. Takes a three. Grizzlies with the rebound. Adams has got 8 rebounds in the game. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. From deep. Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Bain. To the paint. And there's a 3-second violation. A minute 53 left in the fourth quarter. The kick out to Edwards. Looking to end this cold spell. Oh, the swat by Adams. They retain possession. Outside Edwards. It's McDaniels on the wing. Gets the three to fall.
Capable of finding his open guys. Edwards getting better at improving his overall floor awareness. Nice to see.
Memphis has got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. Brooks finds Adams. Now here's Jackson. Shot from the wing. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Morant's got 5 assists in the game. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting a tough 22% from the field so far. Pass to McDaniels. It's Edwards on the wing. No good on the triple.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Grizzlies.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Desmond Bain.
We saw him get a lot of touches tonight, and he wasted very few of them. Really made himself the backbone of their offense.
Pass to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
It's Edwards on the wing. It's deflected. On the wing, Brooks. McDaniels covering. Stolen by Russell. And now the T-Wolves on the break. The 17-footer. And so it's the Grizzlies taking care of business in this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on a lot of history, Richard, between these two teams. Tonight will be another installment in this terrific rivalry.
And let me say, playing in the same conference, having to go through each other year after year, yeah, that can breed a little bit of contempt. Let's just say it that way.
Exactly. I'm sure you felt that against rivals in your division and your conference.
Yeah, I think most of the time they felt it against me.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. And then Morant slams it in.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
And Wall kicks to Leonard. Oh, good on the three. The Grizzlies on offense. Bain passes to Morant. Here's Wall, and Wall slams it home.
You can tell he put a lot of practice into that one. He's always ready to break out something slick if he's got the time and space.
One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it can feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
Now, Morant. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Bane against Wall. Outside, Bane. 4 on the clock. And Adams gets it to go down on the assist by Bane.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
And Wall kicks to Zubac. George looking over the floor. Offline with his 3. Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Adams finds Bane. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Ball passes to George. Morant with the steal. Brooks against Morris. Outside Jackson. It's up a 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Here's George. And then George with the jam.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Brooks kicks to Morant. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Ja Morant impressed as a rookie, but in 2022, he really started blowing the roof off.
He's been doing some tremendous things. And how about a 52-point game in February that year? Only 12 of those points came from threes. That's a lot of buckets.
Now here's Wall. Zubac, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
Ball against Morant. Adams down low. Now here's Jackson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Morant with a wide open look. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Consistency from deep is going to be the biggest determining factor in Morant's ceiling. If he gets that, I think we're going to see some MVPs in his future.
Now here is Morris. Leonard looking over the floor. Just 5 to shoot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Steven Adams picks one up.
A superstar who really kind of keeps to himself. Leonard truly leads by example, and it's produced titles.
Leonard hits them both. And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
Nice finish for Leonard. Plays the game with such precision. Rarely misses that easy one.
Morant with it. He's picked up by Wall. And Morant throws it down.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop a train when he's coming in for the slam.
Morris outside. 15 seconds left in the first. Morant with some nice D. Bane drives in. It's good.
And when we talk about the importance of versatility, he's really got it all on the offensive end.
Outside, George. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point guard.
Nice finish. And how about John Wall? Just outstanding at sprinting down the floor and just jumping all over the defense.
Morant passes to Bain. Drills the three-pointer. Bain's got 5 now.
And you can see that backcourt just setting the tone for the entire team. And since 1999, the Clippers and the Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Here's Morant. And that one hits back iron.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
Brooks against Leonard. Out to Morris. For 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Morris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
Man, that'll be huge for the Clips. And they're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Leonard with no one around. Outside for George. Outside Leonard. And it's Wall in the corner. Outside, George lets the 3 fly. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Here's Bain. Morris with the rebound. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Zubac. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Memphis. How did you react, Richard, to the changes in rules in 2021, specifically those banning non-basketball moves?
I loved it because the game has gone so far offensively that it put the defenders in such a bad spot. And so now that you're allowing for the defenders to actually play defense now, I think it's great for the game.
And instead of tricking your way to the free throw line.
Yeah, because they were using that it's not a foul, it's what they call. And let's turn what they call into actual foul. So the referees cleaned it up perfectly.
Leonard inside. Brooks covering. Here's George. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson kicks to Morant. Takes a 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. In the corner, George with it. Los Angeles with another miss.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. In the corner, George with it. Morris outside. Wall against Morant. Morris kicks to George. Morris looking over the floor. Good on the 3-point shot. Morris has got a pair of triples in the second now for the Clippers.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
There's 53 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Morant. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
So flashy with the rock. Morant takes pleasure in slicing and dicing the D to pieces.
Morant against Wall. On the wing, Morris. The tray. And good. Coming off the assist by Wall. Morris has got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles. Grizzlies have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Jackson dishes to Morant. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Morant with it. He's picked up by Wall.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
Here's George from outside the arc. It's not going to go for him. And the first half comes to a close in a time. All right, David, thank you.
Your Clippers, 24. The Grizzlies, 24.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Green. Clark is out there with Williams. Then it's Tyus Jones. And it's Conchar into the two-guard spot. Covington's shot is off.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage play.
Well, great with this Memphis Grizzlies team. You like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
They kick it out to Green. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Green's got the game tied up here for the Grizzlies.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Batum wide open. He fouled. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
An assertive shot by Batum right off the catch. He knew he just needed the ball.
Pass to Conchar. To come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. Foul with it. Williams picks him up. Here's Covington. That shot missing. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Clark kicks to Green. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Open shot, Batum, and misses it off the right side of the rim. The Grizzlies trail by 3. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
To the inside, Batum with the steal. And here's the fast break. Foul for 3. Mann passes to Batum. Here's Mann. He's covered by Clark. On the wing, Jackson. Lock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Mann can't hit. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Memphis. Going to high school in the LA area, Zaire Williams played on a loaded team.
Yeah, of course, Zaire was a first-round pick in 2021, but he was the high school teammate of B.J. Boston, who was also selected in that draft. You throw in the sons of LeBron and D-Wade, and look, let's just say those gyms were sold out.
Outside, Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
And the handles Covington has are impressive, slicing and dicing through the defensive lead.
Jones drives in. Green passes to Conchar. For the tie. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Clippers leading by 3. To the middle. Batum passes to Mann. Back to Batum. Mann can't hit. Memphis has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. They kick it out to Green. Into the lane, and Green slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Jackson passes to Batum. Takes it out to Covington. A three-pointer, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Right side, Green. Back to Jones for the lead. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. And the Grizzlies lead by 1. Jackson against Jones. Over in the corner, Batum. He doesn't hit that one. Some solid defense from Clark. Outside, Jones. Back to Williams. Pass to Concho. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Grizzlies shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
That one misses. Jackson down low. Another shot, and the layup is up and in. Jackson's got his first 2 points.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. The guard who just chucks up threes can find the creases with that hammer.
Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who SuperLu's going with. The guard and off guard, filled by Jackson and Powell. Covington out there with Batum, and it's man in at the 3.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
You can't question the desire of these teams.
Oh, I see you, big fella.
Can you believe that?
When he took off, I was not expecting that. When Morant drives, he is just so difficult to stop. His agility, that's what makes beating the D look so easy.
George dishes to Morris. All with it, he's picked up by Morant. Here's Leonard. Here's the drive. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Back to Brooks. Shoots the 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
The team-first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
Zubac's a screen on Morant. And Wall kicks to George. Wall passes to George. Passes it to Leonard. Back to George. Lets it go from deep. And it's Morant with the rebound.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Bain, no good. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. And George kicks to Zubac. Knocks it loose. Morant with the steal. Quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now, and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
Sharp instincts on D there, just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Wall dishes to George. Now the pass to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Count! And they'll have a chance for a 3-point play. Steven Adams picks one up.
And at about 230 pounds, Leonard is a well-built specimen. Can absorb defenders like it's nothing.
Memphis trailing here. Morant outside. Wall with the steal. Morris with the ball. Now defended by Adams. The kick out to Wall. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Morris finds Leonard. Wow, came this close to a 4-point hook. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult it can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches. But
the ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. You're double checking, and the game continues on.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I caught Taylor Jenkins' message to his team. He is upset about the perimeter play. He told the guys on the defensive end, stay connected to the shooters. On the offensive end, if you don't have an open shot, pass it around. We'll see if the ball starts to unstick, Kevin.
Thank you, David. The free throw drops for Leonard. And he sinks the second. It's good, and he's 100% from the line thus far.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
Ball against Morant. Pass to Bain. Timeout called. The Grizzlies
trying to stem the tide here.
On the wrong side of the scoring run here, we might see a lineup change. I'll be pretty clear.
You guys should have been a technical foul here. They tried to call a timeout, but already had used all of them. I think just lost track of the situation.
And really a complete lack of awareness. Seemed to have no idea they were out of timeouts.
A good point, Greg. It is. He just lost focus completely. Didn't have his head in the game at all at that moment. Morris with the screen for Wall. In the corner, George with it. Out to Morris. 6 on the shot clock. Back to George. A three from Leonard. That ball, nice speed.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. Opposite of smart basketball.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Clippers? And there's a minute 45 left here in the fourth quarter. And Wall kicks to Morris. Back to Wall. To the inside. Morris, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Bain, no good. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
George up top. Brooks covering. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the defense knows George can score from there, which is what forces them to kind of compromise at times defensively.
And both free throws good for Paul George. The Grizzlies trail by 11. It's stolen by Morris.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Clippers.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense points I thought for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, whenever things started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kawhi Leonard.
I think people could learn a lot from how versatile he was in this one. Whatever the situation was, he found a way to be a difference maker.
And here's Leonard from 3. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taking 9 shots to get those 5.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Down low. Morris finds George. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubats.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's Morant missing. And here's Wall. Outside Leonard. Three-pointer. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. From deep, Brooks, no good. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout this one, but thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up.
So the Timberwolves win the tip. And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Russell in at the point. Now here's Towns. Here's McDaniels. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist.
This is who Towns is, an unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
Jackson against Russell. Jackson outside. Morris outside. There's the 3. The shot misses. And here are the Timberwolves. Pass to Edwards. Back to Daniels. 6 to shoot. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Smitty.
Yes, BA, one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Blake and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style, attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play.
Now here's Towns. Nice move. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Woo! The whole arena felt packed. Towns could just be merciless all over.
And the Clippers making a change here. Wall's checked in. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside. And here's Leonard. Inside. Zubats. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Uses the glass on the layup.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they... Oh, my goodness!
Are you serious? John Wall with the statement. Oh, that's pretty.
Stolen by Wall. George against Edwards. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. McDaniels passes to Edwards. The three ball drains the triple.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Minnesota with the ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Towns for three. That shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. The ball finds Leonard. Back to Wall. Pass to Zubac. Morris with it. Here's George. No good with a layup. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title-contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals. But without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of. They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Morris passes to George. And the jam by George.
Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
Russell against Wall. Russell, that's good.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Leonard passes to Morris. The kick out to Wall. Leonard on the wing. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Out left to the wing. Now here's Russell. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Here's Leonard. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
First personal foul. First team. Shooting for Minnesota.
And that one falls for Towns. It's McDaniels on the wing. No good from outside. And so it's Minnesota, a sizable lead of 14 at the break. Their defensive efforts have paid. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Timberwolves.
For me, they made a point to attack inside early in the game, and it's paid off for them. A lot of solid looks in the paint.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
So for Minnesota right now, filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Russell in at point guard.
This is why Gobert shoots a high percentage. He understands how to carve out room inside and finish.
Wall with it. Towns covering. Kicks it to George. Fires the three. Counted. And it's Morris with the assist. George has got 5. You know, Grant, sometimes with certain flagrant fouls, you'll hear people say it was a dirty play, but not a dirty player. The wind has become both.
Well, we all understand, B.A., dirty plays aren't good for the game, but sometimes a flagrant foul will happen. A lot of times, though, you have to factor in a pattern of behavior. I really believe players who have a history of being called for a lot of flagrant fouls plays a big role in how it's perceived.
Wall, the pass to George. Jacks up a three. That doesn't go either for George.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Pass to Towns. Fires for three. It's rebounded by Morris. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. To the inside. And stolen by Edwards. Down low. Here's McDaniels. Here's Gobert. Back to Daniels. Outside for Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Edwards. And he drives in. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Shooting for Minnesota, Anthony Edwards.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Edwards. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Pass to George. Crafty move. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the NBA expanding its footprint through video games. Commissioner Adam Silver said, quote, "There's an opportunity to capture a new kind of fan who isn't currently watching our games but enjoys playing NBA 2K. By learning about the players and the teams, they're more likely to engage in the live product." Brian?
Yeah, it goes hand in hand, Allie. Thanks. The kick out to Wall. Morris outside. 5 on the clock. From deep. Offensive board. Zubac. They shoot again. The 3. George hits the trifecta. George has got 8 points.
Just a drop in the bucket for PG-13. He will roast you from the corners if you let him.
Outside Russell. Here's Towns. Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Morris outside. Doubled by Towns. Pass to Leonard. George for 3. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't flow. Paul George is one of the best at it. And coming into the league, Kawhi Leonard was viewed as a raw prospect, a solid athlete and defender, but someone that needed to work on his jumper. You see his length, the explosion, making sure of that one.
Edwards against George. Back to Wall. We've got 1:23 left in the second. The kick out to Morris. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
It's so easy to get frustrated when you make mistakes, but you have to keep battling.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
And that's how you defend. He wasn't showing any mercy with that swat.
Showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
McDaniels inside. Leonard defending. And here's Edwards outside. And Wall pulls it down. Well, Switty, there's no question Kawhi has put a lot of hours into developing his jump shot.
And you see the results now. He's become one of the game's elite scorers because of the hard work he put in, even becoming lethal from outside the arc.
And Edwards, here we go. And Edwards slams it in.
And this is what point guards like Russell are responsible for, setting the table for his guys.
Ball with it. Towns covering. Pass to George. Here's Leonard. And George with the basket on the assist by Leonard. George has got 13.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's McDaniels. The kick out to Edwards. Edwards can't get that one to fall. Leonard passes to Morris. Now George. Puts up a three. The shot won't fall. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Let's see And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
He's been vital to spacing the floor for them. Makes everything else you want to do easier to accomplish.
Jackson and Powell make up the backcourt. Terrence Mann is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Batum in at the center position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Powell outside. Second chance shot. Pass to Batum. Stolen by Reed. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. Here's Prince. Anderson with it. Here's McLaughlin. Takes it inside. Off with the layup. Jackson outside. To the paint. Here's Covington. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Back to Anderson. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. In transition, here come the Clippers. Pass to Mann. And here's Batum. Who poked away. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Noel, no good. The Clippers really having a tough go here. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Powell passes to Jackson. Out to Powell from downtown. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Powell's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
Fast-paced play from Norman Powell. Doesn't waste time finding his shot once he has the ball.
Outside, Anderson. Reed to screen on Covington. And the foul called on Nick Batum. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team.
Here's Prince. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Kicks it out to Anderson. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Covington finds Jackson. Out to Covington. Jacks up a three. Reed with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 0 for 4. Not the way they want to start the second half. Pass to McLaughlin. And there's the call on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul of the game.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Reed in the post. Batum's on him. Drops in the three. Prince has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Jackson, the pass to Powell. Here's Mann. There's the three. Not going to go that time.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jackson. Here's Prince. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
Certain things make Prince a tough cover. Strength, long arms, quickness that can surprise you.
Shooting 2.
And no luck at the stripe this time. Second one won't fall. Stolen by Anderson. To the middle. From behind the arc. He's off on that one. For Los Angeles, they've gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime.
From an early age, Terrence Mann has been around hoops. His mom was a long-time college head coach and now an assistant in the WNBA.
Outside, Anderson from deep three-point range. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Naz Reid. That's his first foul of the game. in the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Jackson. Out to Powell. Clock at 6. Pass to man. Powell outside. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. Minnesota's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Well, for a kid growing up like Man did, institutional knowledge, having a parent as a coach.
It's a gift, BA. The ability to play hoops with someone who knows what they're talking about. Terrence is such a skilled player, and he puts in the work. And listen to your mom, young fellas.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Down low. Here's Batum. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Russell, the pass to McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Basket counts. Edwards has got 11.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Morris, looking for his first basket, still in this one. The kick out to Wall. Misses the 3. Outside McDaniels. And so it's Minnesota looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds. They're communicating well. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Minnesota. The backcourt is Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's McDaniels in at the 3, the small forward. Out to Leonard. Pass to Wall. George outside. Now Morris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Leonard for 3. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. And here's Edwards outside. It's rebounded by Zubac. And the Clippers have possession. 17-point game. Leonard.
Comfortable inside, plus the 7'3" wingspan. Hard to stop Kawhi without fouling.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Their defense, it's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far. Being disruptive and coming up with steals left and right.
And they've also been so active defensively, getting deflections, forcing turnovers, and scoring off of them.
Outside Russell. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
A few possessions into the 4th, just over a minute played. McDaniels against Leonard. Here's Gobert. Oh, sweet move. And slammed it home. And the foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to be on even to Zubac.
Coming off his 3rd All-Star performance, it's easy to say Rudy Gobert is one of the best centers in the league.
Wall, the pass to Leonard. Dives for it. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Edwards against George. Right side Edwards from about 16. The shot by Russell, no good. And Smitty, no question, Gobert, one of the best bigs we have in the league right now.
You're right, BA. The reason why 3 consecutive All-Star appearances. He's led the league in field goal percentage multiple times, and he's a block machine.
The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. To the inside. McDaniels, that's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 19. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Russell against Wall. George left side. Leonard outside from deep. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
You know Towns' team is loving this. He's letting his natural scoring ability run wild on offense.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
The officials were right on top of that one.
That one's off.
At the line for LA, John Wall.
He hits the second from the line.
And after a series of major injuries, Wall still remains one of the more athletic players in this league.
Towns for 3. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got 7 assists in the game.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Leonard. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, Kawhi has always been an elite defender, but he's become just as fearsome on the offensive end. You can tell he never stops working on his game.
The shot by Russell, no good.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Leonard outside. 4-3. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Timberwolves.
They were the more accurate club. And in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And what a huge performance it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
For 3. The kick out to Edwards. Fires the 3. Nails it from 3.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road. At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
Knocks down the long J.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Leonard on the wing. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Wall, the pass to Zubac. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Edwards fires from way outside. It's rebounded by George. Pass to Wall. Morris for 3. Off the mark. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.